Good morning, Sarah Stevens of Therapy Works. You're here every Monday morning.
Yes.
And usually it's Carrie doing this segment, but I'm going to step in for him this
No
morning.
problem.
And we're talking about World Down Syndrome Day.
Yes, the month of March is kind of a special month for families and people with Down syndrome. March 21st is Global Down Syndrome Awareness Day, and it's a global event meant to raise awareness and push for advocacy for individuals with Down syndrome.
Yes. How does Therapy Works get involved in World Down Syndrome Day?
Well, we work with we work with kids and adults across the board, people with special needs. So we do work with individuals with Down syndrome, and we're very proud that we actually employ a person with Down syndrome. Kelly, who was on the show the other day,
I remember.
She's our receptionist 2 afternoons a week, and really I think it's a way to show families and show individuals that despite your disability, there's a lot of things that people can bring to the table and bring to a community and to our workplace, which is a very vital part of our workplace.
Do you get involved in Lots of Socks campaign and all of that?
Yeah, so that is something that's run by the Down Syndrome Family Network, and hopefully you can have them on in the next 2 weeks.
Yes,
because they also have the Lots of Socks Found campaign, and then they have 2 days of conference, one on the 22nd here in Trinidad, and I believe the 25th in Tobago.
And it's usually very dynamic every year.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. How does Down syndrome affect the individual?
So everyone is born with 23 pairs of chromosomes, and a person with Down syndrome has an extra or partial extra 21st chromosome. And that's something that happens in utero when they're developing. And so people are born with Down syndrome. And Down syndrome affects individuals' cognitive abilities. But just like how it is in this studio right now, everybody has a different, we have a range of abilities and a range of areas where we excel or special skills. And similarly, people with Down syndrome, it's a range of abilities. So the delays vary from person to person.
Okay.
But for therapy-wise, we look at we'll look at the fine motor and gross motor skill development and the communication. And over the next 2 weeks, we'll kind of share some tips for parents of what they can do at home for that sort of thing.
So during this month, you'll be talking more about Down syndrome.
Yes.
Okay, great. How does it affect the family?
Well, I think again, Down syndrome and any disability affects not just the individual with special needs, it affects the parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, even the neighbors. It has a wide reach. And I think it affects everyone a little differently, but I have a really special kind of writing that a mom wrote. It's from the 1980s. She's a mom of a young man with special needs with Down syndrome. And I think it's well known among the disability community, but it shares kind of her what it feels like for her to explain to someone what having a child with Down syndrome is like.
Okay.
And I just want to share
it with you. You're going to share it?
Yes.
All right, so there's your camera right across there.
All right. Okay. So it's called Welcome to Holland, and the author's name is Emily Pearl Kingsley. And she says, I'm often asked to describe the experience of raising a child with a disability. Try to help people who have not shared this unique experience to understand it. To imagine how it would feel. It's like this. When you're going to have a baby, it's like planning a fabulous vacation trip to Italy. You buy a bunch of guidebooks and make wonderful plans. You go see the Colosseum, the Michelangelo David, the gondolas in Venice. So you may learn some handy phrases in Italian. It's all very exciting. So after several months of eager anticipation, the day finally arrives. You pack your bags and off you go. Several hours later, the plane lands. The stewardess comes in and says, welcome to Holland. Holland, you say? What do you mean Holland? I signed up for Italy. I am supposed to be in Italy. All my life I've dreamed of going to Italy. But there's been a change in the flight plan. They've landed in Holland, and there you must stay. The important thing is they haven't taken you to a horrible, disgusting, filthy place full of pestilence, famine, and disease. It's just a different place. So you must go out and buy new guidebooks, and you must learn a whole new language, and you will meet a whole new group of people that you would never have met. It's just a different place. It's slower paced than Italy. It's less flashy than Italy. But after you've been there for a while and you catch your breath, you look around, and you begin to notice that Holland has windmills, and Holland has tulips, and Holland even has Rembrandts. But everyone you know is busy coming and going from Italy. They're all bragging about what a wonderful time they've had there. And for the rest of your life, you will say, yes, that is where I was supposed to go. That is what I had planned. And the pain of that will never, ever, ever go away. Because the loss of that dream is a very significant loss. But if you spend your life mourning the fact that you didn't go to Italy, you may never be free to enjoy the very special, the very lovely things of Holland. And so it's a very special thing to me, because I work with these families, and I get to meet them because of disability. But I just think that disability awareness is coming so far in Trinidad, in the Caribbean, but we still need to work for that. We still need to have We know we need to have a family. One of my clients' moms told me the other day, she said, my child has all the abilities, he just needs the opportunities. We need to have preschools and primary schools and secondary schools open to kids with special needs and kids with Down syndrome. We need to have job places recognize that employing a person with a disability will improve your jobs, your workplace.
As a matter of fact, IMAX actually
they do. They have an individual. Yes, Down Syndrome Family Network is pushing to have a few individuals work in different places, and it's just we need. We've had the community. They have the awareness, but now it needs to go to the next level, and it needs to be through all the ministries.
Integration.
Because they really have people with disabilities have so much to teach us, and they add so much to our society.
Well, we will continue to do our part here on the Now Morning Show. And for Down Syndrome Awareness Month, please come and please share. And of course, we have on Tuesdays Shamla Maraj, who does her part. Every week here. Sarah Stevens, thank you so much. I want to give you a hug because I feel like you need a hug right now.
I just think our families work so hard, and the kids and the adults work so hard, and we're getting there, but we have to keep pushing forward. So